Mark and Ken and I were just meeting, getting ready for Sunday morning services tomorrow morning. We'll be streaming on Facebook Live at 8:45, and then it'll be on the church's Facebook page forever. I hope that you'll take the time to watch it. So many of my friends across the years have said this to me: Eric, I sure wish I lived closer to Central Community because I would love to attend every single week. You can tomorrow. It doesn't matter where you live. Any place around the world. So my friends in Kenya, my friends in Mexico, my friends in downtown Los Angeles, my friends across the country, all of you at 8:45 Sunday morning. We would love to have you be a part of the service. There's going to be lovely worship. There's going to be a great message. There's going to be a time of prayer together. And it'll just be led by those of us in leadership. The doors will not be open. If you show up at church tomorrow, Ken will be at the door ready to turn you away and say, thanks so much for coming. But we're wanting to do our very best to keep everyone healthy. And so we're abiding by the guidelines that the state has given us. A friend of mine who used to be on staff here, Dean, he posted a cute little meme on Facebook or Instagram or someplace today that I saw. It said this, they said all I needed to go to the store was a mask to keep me safe, but I got to the store and everybody else had clothes on. I laughed about that so much because I thought about how many things we're suddenly becoming familiar with. I looked at this little container. This is the best container of hand sanitizer that I found around the church. We've got a bunch of it stored around here in one way or the other, but this hand sanitizer is made by 3M. It's called Avogard Instant Hand Antiseptic, and it's used in hospitals. I immediately, after finding this, went online to try to find a bunch of it. It sells at pharmaceutical sites for a box of a dozen of these 16-ounce containers for $75. I can't buy from a pharmaceutical site, unfortunately, so I tried to buy it on eBay. On eBay, there are people selling it per bottle for $75. Not a dozen of them, but one bottle for $75. Even after they said they've taken off all these gougers and everything, still on there. People getting absolutely gouged, ripping each other off. Now, I looked at this bottle and I thought, well, how long ago did I get this? It says it expired in 2015. Not a bit of the alcohol's gone from it. It's incredible. Incredible. If you can get some of this Avogard stuff, I definitely would. That being said, I thought about how long our faith lasts. Tomorrow morning, I'm talking about faith. Talking about what it means to choose faith that carries us through every single failure, through every single crisis, through every single moment when we face the difficult challenges of life. And this has been a difficult challenge for so many of us, we never imagined. I've talked with friends after friend this week who thought, I don't know if my business will survive. I don't know if I'll have a job. I don't know financially how we'll carry on. There's no way that the money, that the $1,000 isn't going to help me at all. It's not even going to be the beginning of what I'll need if I can't get some customers in. And the heartbreak that people are facing through this, and the fear of what's going to be out ahead in the future. It's for these moments that we have faith. It's for these times that, as cool as this hand sanitizer is, and it's funny and as cute as a meme is about a mask, they're not going to last us. What will last is a life that's built in Christ Jesus. What will last is a faith in a God who loves us and who invites us and created us to love each other. Today, I've been longing to be back with my friends on the street. Not that I want to live on the streets. I don't want to live on the streets, but I can't imagine having this week go by when they're in greatest need, not being in their midst and avoiding them in their need. I was there in the heart of the riots. I was there after the earthquakes. I can't imagine this week not being there. And so I've been trying to find a way to figure out how to get back down to the streets without violating every single curfew, without violating every single promise I've made to people. And the only reason why is because my faith draws me and because God's called me to do and be something more. I don't know what God's called you to do and where God's drawn you towards. But during these moments, let's not forget who we are. Let's not forget what our faith is. My mother, every single time we walked out the door, told us the same exact simple words: remember who you are. You're a Denton, and that makes you different. As we come into this crisis, remember who you are. Are you a person of faith? And if you are a person of faith, how is it that you've been called to live? Have you been called to live a life that avoids the pain, avoids the fear of others? Or have you been called to live a life that says, I'm ready to enter into the midst of whatever God calls me to, I realize that I may be the solution that the people in the world around me need. And then to step into it, to bring genuine healing, to bring genuine hope, to bring the love of God in everything you say and in everything you do. Let's not abandon our faith out of fear, but instead, let's enter in with that legitimately invisible quality that's been given us by God, that was purchased on the cross for you and me. That's why people say they're saved. Not that they're just saved from some kind of future pain of hell, but they're saved to live a life of redemption so that others can experience that wonderful witness. We have the opportunity to do that today. A mask is never going to be enough. Any antiseptic is never going to be enough. You and me were created to be just exactly the right amount, to step away from mediocrity and to be miraculous in the world today. Be the miracle. Tune in tomorrow, 8:45. Be a part of what we're doing at Central Community live on Facebook. Have an absolutely glorious Saturday afternoon.